It's Sunday, January 12th. I'm in Anchorage, Alaska. I'd like to welcome you to my new Outlanding series. Now, I've labeled it C1 EP1 for Chuke's Outlander Adventures Season 1, Episode 1. Now, it's still winter, so I've got some things to collect. I'm riding in a stock Tacoma TRD 2008. It's got a lift and some 33-inch KO2s on it. That's really all I have so far. I'm not going to get a lot. I'm going to get some lights. I'm probably going to build a frame and put some fake max tracks on it. And I'm not going to do a pop-up tent like a lot of Outlanders because I'm going, us Alaskans, we set up moose camps with tarp tents with stoves and cots. And I think that'd be a lot more comfortable for me. And I wouldn't have the extra weight of a big thing on top of my vehicle. So anyways, I may not have a lot of episodes throughout the winter unless I meet up with Bushcraft Chris. He's got several tarp tents with stoves. I might do an episode of us doing a winter camp in that. But otherwise, this spring, I'm planning on getting a snow trucker tent with a wood stove and starting my outlanding experience, taking the family out and scouting hunting trips in Alaska. And I'll be able to share some of that with you. Now, this is going to be pretty interesting because if you've seen my channel before, it's like this psychotic bear hunting gun channel. I'm not going to take away from my fans. I'll still have my regular Saturday morning episodes, but every once in a while I'll pop up an Outlander episode on a Wednesday, and hopefully you guys will enjoy it. So it's been minus 15 below zero Fahrenheit here in Anchorage, Alaska on the east side of town, and it just warmed up to a balmy 7 degrees. So I thought it'd be a great day to hike a mountain where it's colder and cook a grilled cheese sandwich. So I've already almost died. If you've watched my regular channel, Chuke almost dies every time, every hunt. And I was just driving down the road and I went 50 miles an hour and I completely slid to the side, pumped the brakes. I was out of control, but luckily, with these big tires, I was able to just kind of turn and go right over the berm. I didn't get into an accident. There was other cars doing the same. So already I've almost died. So I'm going to be traveling to the back part of Flat Top Mountain, very popular hiking trail here, and I'm in search of adventure. So join me with Chuke's Outlander Adventures, C1, Episode 1. Butter's got it stuck to the bottom. So I just wanted to wrap up the episode. The sound wasn't working for some reason on the camera when we were in the truck. I was going to go to sleep in the truck and overland, but thought it was a little cold and I decided to just drive 6 miles to go home and sleep in my bed tonight. But there will be more episodes, and like I said, as we get closer to spring, I am going to get the tarp tent and start camping and really overlanding. In the meantime, I will be doing some road trips. Next week, I'm going to travel to Homer, and I'm going to show some of my favorite 4x4 spots on the beach and also some really good coffee shops. So I hope you'll tune in Wednesday morning for that episode. After that, I may not have an episode for a little while. I will be traveling to Southeast Asia to meet my bride. If you were born and raised in Alaska, like me, a man who was born and raised in Alaska, you would understand that. But anyways, I'm really excited for this. I do want to talk about some of the gear I had. It's been very cold here, so I've been wearing my Arctic Slope gear. Now, you go down to Big Ray's and buy your Arctic Slope gear. When you work on the Arctic Slope, they actually have an account there. So I have my Kavik parka, which is rated to like -70 or something. I've been snowmobiling on the Denali Highway at -40 with wind chill. Kept me toasty warm. I also have my Baffin boots I was wearing on this hike. Those are also rated to like -70. They're the North Slope pack boots, they're called. I had GI snow pants and some waffles underneath there in my pants. I also had some wool insert, I guess they're the liner gloves, and then the GI mitts on the outside. It was really cold up there with the wind chill, but I stayed toasty warm. So that's a little bit about my gear. I also had a Toklat 454 Casull that I was taking pictures up there for Instagram. I also was carrying a 357 SIG on me. So that's something a little bit different about this channel is I'm a hunter, I'm an Alaskan. A lot of people choose to go out into the woods of Alaska without a firearm because they're against it or for whatever reasons. And sometimes those people pay the price. So you got to be prepared. You got to protect your family. There's several wolf packs in that mountain range area, at least one wolf pack there. We saw some moose. We didn't get close enough to get any footage, but there are animals that can hurt you. I always like to go prepared, so that's also part of my channel. I had with me a cold steel tomahawk that my friend reshaped into a tomahawk. That was a lot of fun. So just a little bit about my gear. I got a lot of good exercise because I had that heavy cast iron pot in my backpack. And anyways, this is a wrap for C1 episode 1. And like I said, next week I'll be traveling to Homer, Alaska, where I grew up, the cosmic hamlet by the sea, the quaint drinking village with a fishing problem. But anyways, thanks for tuning in, guys.